Last time on Becoming a Billionaire.
Something is wrong.
You're probably wondering how he got here. Hi, I'm Australian Charlie, and I'm the wizard who made a soul contract with our main character Billy to help him make $1 billion in exchange for his mortal soul. Together, he and I ran a variety of scams, including a very popular one involving Billy posing as a child of St. Jude's and reaching out to a popular podcast called Dynamic Banter.
We got a message from the Children's Hospital last week from a guy whose legal name is Little Billy.
Lee Bealey.
Lee Bealey.
We're not just doing this show for us to laugh.
We're also doing it for money.
We're doing it for money. The dream is to make money and help Lee Bealey.
Other previous failed attempts include Corona the Movie, Bioplanet.com, Bang Energy's collaboration with AMC Theatres, and most recently an attempt to clone Billy so that he could be born into wealth, but as fate would have it, we discovered he had in fact already been a clone himself. This led to a complete and total identity crisis, as well as a target being placed on him by a mysterious other clone. For he can only assume is for becoming too sentient to be creating content alongside the other clones of Billy, all of whom have their own special interests, like his desire to make $1 billion by any means necessary. Now that you're caught up, let's peel back another layer to this story. A little fact about me that you may have never guessed. Yes, I am a clone of Billy as well, not the original. I'm afraid none of us have ever met the original, but if it really is true that he keeps himself hidden on purpose, then he must have regret creating me, as my one and only interest I have possessed since birth has been to find the first Billy. I studied every phone book, consulted the ancient texts of old Facebook accounts through the Wayback Machine. His entire identity was scrubbed. As the dead ends turned to dead roundabouts, I thought it better to turn to an entirely different method. Magic. My research in the occult and all things mystical was a road that began with rough terrain. But over time, the bumps began to settle as I felt my power grow. But with knowledge there is power, and power can corrupt.
But I'm just Harry.
Well, just Harry, you're a wizard.
But I'm just Harry.
No, just Harry, you are a wizard.
I ain't practiced much magic for a long time. I want to show you a trick Mother showed me when you weren't around. I'm glad you changed your last name, you son of a bitch.
Today is Wizard Wednesday. Let's see how some of our students show off their school spirit. You shall not pass! Azkaban, Mortalis, go!
In shadow, we find the light, safely sealed in darkest night. So make sure y'all keep it tight.
Wizards only, fools. Keep it tight.
Alright, who's your favorite wizard of all time? I could say myself.
Definitely Merlin from Shrek.
Oops.
What started as a quest for answers and self-discovery molded and oxidized into a hatred, self-hatred of the most evil kind. Self-hatred in the third person, but also in the first person. Evil, corrupted wizard hatred in the fourth person. My goals twisted and shifted from meeting my maker to destroying him with dark spells and poison tonics. I really wanted to whiffle myself for all the evil sorcerer thoughts this magic had brought out of me. And it was when I learned the diabolical dark miracle of soul separation that I found a foolproof way of finding the original me and ending his essence once and for all. I would separate my own soul from my body and transfer the soul of another into my own body. That way, I can gain presence of all my other bodies and track down the true original wherever he may be, while my previous body is safely fastened to a chair in the abandoned Kmart and hosted so that it may survive in the meantime while I went off on my astral projection. Now, I did manage to find the original body, the body of a wannabe billionaire, Billy James Bass IV. The issue was, after further investigation through soul magic, his soul was not the original Billy's soul. This left me entirely confused, and before I could do any more tests to figure out just what sick game was being played on me, my body had broken out of the abandoned lot and tracked Billy Bass down. Now this seemed to be by fault of my own, as the host I picked for my old body was a serial killer on death row, a bloke none other than the La Quinta Lasher, who I zapped just before they flipped the switch on his electric chair. It seems I made quite the mistake in choosing the only criminal on death row that had a grudge against a clone of Billy, as he was the one who apprehended that Lasher and turned him over to the police. Small world, it seems. Even smaller if you've been cloned over 100 times. Now it appears if I plan on learning anything about what the original Billy did with his soul and how his body ended up swapped with a random clone, I'm going to have to save Billy Bass from being hunted by a dangerous and accomplished serial killer that inhabits my body. What does this have to do with making $1 billion? It'll make sense soon, I promise. This story is just getting started.